The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now it's Trubisky. Big hold of the 30. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Check safety. Hey, if you kill it,
they give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
No. Hey, alert 3. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball. Hey, ball.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch the run. The shot, baby. That's a baby shot. 44.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Bravo.
Fofo's the Mike.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way down, and this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Bang, 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 bang. 44, 44, Mike, 44. Record.
Now Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right.
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got nothing. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, 18. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 55. Check, 55, Mike. Yo.
Now Trubisky to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. This is Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, high 7.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All day, every day, any day. Ran, 44
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Banjo.
Trubisky will throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Watch the split. He's coming. Double up.
80 weapon.
He's coming. Double up. Watch the safety creep.
Hey, lock it.
Turn it up. Kill.
Look at me. Zipper. On the floor. Let's go.
Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
You got 3.
Hey, Wahoo. Get ready.
They'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
At the 26-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. 2nd and 5 now. Trubisky, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. They'll run on first down. Nixon. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Trubisky. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Go! 180! 44. No chance! 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Target. Get him!
Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got his man, Boyd. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trubisky now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Get up! 180!
Check, check.
18, 18.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
40.
Hey, Charlie!
The Mike. Hey, let's get this, get this. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Get up!
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
General West!
Alert 3.
Yep.
Motion, motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Get!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end.
On the ball! Shoot!
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Let's go! 90, Wolf!
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
5, 5!
51, 951. I got you. I got you. 51. Let's go. 51.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Get
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Pick it up. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Watch the run.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over. Unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
44, Mike, 44.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 63 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Kill. Watch out.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Check 55, Mike. I'm trying to collect.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky got his man. It's Eifert. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
Put on, 180.
Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, watch the slant.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey!
Check the call. Bring it right.
Again, it's Fournette. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey.
Stay at home.
Now.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
55's my guy, 55. Hey, watch the screen. Lock in. Check right. Watch 55.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down. Hey, check.
2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Let's bring it.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check
6-6, bullet high.
Trubisky to throw again. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Focus up. 180. Alert. 44, 44, Mike, 44.
You must be dreaming.
44 is the Mike, 44 is Mike. Check.
So don't say
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
I smell fear in that offense.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go. He's moving.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Down. Turn 2 soft. 61. Matchbox lights.
Check. Wide. Get wide.
Protein spill. Yes. Deep grip.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackle by Jordan Willis. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready, set.
Mike 51. Rip left.
Ready.
They try again with Cohen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, orbit. 36. Shoot.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Let's go now. 8, read.
Watch the run, watch the run.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Now the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Jaguar
Again, it's Trubisky. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Ready?
51 to Mike. We own it. We own it.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 36 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
44, Mike, 44.
On first down, Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
I got motion, man. Leave. I got this.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing here, Trubisky. That's to his running back, complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Ready, ready.
50 seconds to Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to...
On the run, it's Fournette. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long.